Hey, I'm Rob from AutoRFP.ai. We're going to go into the best RFP software in the market. What is RFP software? And jumping into it, looking at some of the different major players and helping you hopefully decide which ones are worth having a look at. If you are interested in having a look at them, I recommend going to their website. RFP software in the market in 2025, you can break down some of the best players into two main markets or two main camps. You've got your legacy RFP software providers like Loopio, Responses, Qvidian, which I'm going to go into detail. And then you've got your AI-native players like AutoRFP.ai, where I'm from. You've got Tribble, HeyIris, SiftHub, and plenty of others as well. So what are the difference between the two? Your legacy RFP software, they have generally been around since early 2000s. They brought software to the RFP process. RFP software providers effectively built an ability for a company to store all their documentation and information and kind of questions and answers. So it was like a question and answer bank. They built these big banks of answers and questions for companies. Then when they would get a new response or new RFP, it would use keyword search to copy and paste from the Q&A bank into that new RFP that they've just received. So that's what a legacy RFP software is. Then you have your AI-native players who have launched since the huge uptick in AI with ChatGPT in, 2021. So AutoRFP.ai, we actually launched a couple of weeks just before ChatGPT came out. I've been building the product over the last 3 or 4 years with hundreds of customers. And effectively, your native AI players don't have all that legacy tech debt. They're built with the basis of being a vector database, which is a specific term with AI. They then use AI semantic search, which effectively takes in the context of responses. And when you get a blank RFP, it'll pull in not just information from your Q&A bank, but from your website, from your case studies, from your integrations and different knowledge sources, and effectively use that to answer the RFP. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. You've got your legacy players, who some do actually have AI now as well, and then you've got your AI native players. As I mentioned, you have all your content. That is generally your Q&A banks, your past responses. It might be your Google Docs, your SharePoint, Confluence, Notion, all your different information that you think holds relevant content for an RFP response. You upload that to the system, or you integrate and pull it through automatically. Then when you have an RFP, you upload the RFP, create a new project. The AI, generally speaking, your AI native players, this is how it works. It's going to automatically start drafting the responses or using a powerful AI semantic search to find relevant verbatim responses and effectively drafts responses. It's going to allow your team to collaborate, set project deadlines, bring in subject matter experts to help answer that RFP. The really big thing about AI RFP software is it uses reinforcement learning to continually improve, and from your new responses, as you approve them, it gets better and better as time goes by. That's your RFP software in a nutshell. Now, how you can help determine what are the best RFP software. I would really recommend jumping on G2 or Gartner, having a look through actual verified user reviews. They'll have lots of different information regarding the RFP software. You can kind of click into each of those and understand it a bit better, the pros and cons, and so on. The RFP software is a pretty fast-moving market, so I definitely recommend looking at a number of tools. Most of the providers here that I'll go into, you can book in for a 30-minute, 45-minute online demo just from their website. Hopefully, you don't have to answer too many discovery questions. You jump on that call, and they show you through the platform. So your RFP software, like I said, you've got your Responsive, your Loopio. So when you're looking at G2, you can look at the number of responses, but also you want to focus on the quality of responses, so what the actual total score is. And I would say anyone who has more than 50 or so reviews, as you can see, that's kind of how I made the shortlist today, it's generally kind of worth a consideration to have a look at as well. Then you have Gartner. So your Gartner, for your best RFP software, has all the relevant information in relation to those different providers. Again, the reviews. You can understand more about each of those providers and what people are actually saying about those software. So we've had a look at the review slides. Let's jump into some of the RFP software markets providers for 2025. Loopio is an RFP software provider, one of those what you might classify as a legacy provider. They have a lot of really great large logos, have been in the market for quite a long time now. Effectively, the basis of that product is kind of that question and answer bank, using your past responses to then copy and paste when you bring in a new empty RFP. It's kind of the general gist of the product. And you can find out more information about Loopio from their websites. You can book in for a demo to chat to their team to understand more about them and so on. Under plans, they have some information about their pricing. They don't have public pricing, but you can request a quote and get more information regarding their pricing. I believe their pricing plan has add-ons, so you can take that into account in relation to finding the right package that meets your requirements for what you're looking at. Responsive or responsive.io, they're also acquired a company called RFP 360. If someone's referencing RFP 360, that also is responsive.io or responsive. Responsive is an RFP software, again, one of those legacy providers. They've been around for quite a while, have a lot of really large customers, and you can kind of get to know more about their product by going to their website. So you can see here, like I said, you effectively have a question and answer bank of your past responses, and then you can upload documents, your blank RFPs, and it helps answering those and has different reporting and project management capabilities and so on. If you want to chat to their team, you can request a demo, get to know them better, or in their pricing, their pricing isn't available on the website, but you can obviously get a quote from their team. And I believe they also have paid add-ons as well in some ways. There you go, paid add-ons as well to find a plan that meets your business's requirements as well. So that's responsive.io. Now jumping on to the next best RFP software, we have Qvidian. So Qvidian is part of a much larger family called Upland. They have a lot of products across their entire suite. Qvidian is one of those legacy RFP software providers that is a Q&A bank and uses your past RFP answers to help answer RFPs. You can, of course, find out more information on their websites. You can request a demo and so on. What we found is that Qvidian generally has a lot of financial services customers, so those in managed investment funds and so on. Next, you have AutoRFP.ai. So that's where I'm from. AutoRFP, we were one of the first AI-native RFP software. So like I mentioned, that means our entire premise of the product is based on effectively a vector database, which is all your relevant context that might be used to answer an RFP. Then when you have a blank RFP, it comes in, and then our system uses AI to generate responses, provide trust scores to see if you can trust the responses, has AI actions to iterate and improve on the responses as you go and kind of work through your RFP. Then you export that RFP back into the exact same format, translate it if necessary to different languages, and so on. You can, of course, find out more about AutoRFP from our website. You can book a demo with our team across the globe. We have global offices. You can find out more about some of our customers on our website as well. And then in our pricing, we do show our pricing in relation to some of our different plans there as well. So you can kind of see what makes sense for you. Our pricing is based off projects per year. Oh, I didn't mention about Loopio and Responsive. As far as I'm aware, their pricing is based off like seats, so number of team members that you might have use the tool. So you might actually come across different pricing models across some of the RFP software in a list of top best RFP software. You can find out more about AutoRFP.ai and chat to our team if you'd like. Cool. Jumping on to next, you've got Hey Iris. So Hey Iris is another AI RFP native software provider. Again, one of the newer ones. They've got a video there that kind of showcases and goes through parts of their product, some of their customers as well, if those are relevant customers to yourself. I don't believe they have pricing on their websites, but if you'd like to get in touch with their team, you can, of course, book a demo to understand more about them as well. Then you've got another one, which I want to throw in, is SiftHub. SiftHub is a little bit different to some of the others where they've just focused on security questionnaire automation. Although all the RFP software I mentioned, whether it's Loopio, AutoRFP, Hey Iris, they all can do security automation, questionnaire automation. SiftHub is focused just on that. And you can find out more about their site by going there. And again, similar to AutoRFP and Hey Iris, using AI to help answer those security questionnaires and so on. And you can I don't believe they have pricing on their website, but you can understand more about them by obviously booking a demo and chatting to their team as well. Next, you have Tribble. So Tribble or Tribble.ai is a little bit different to the other ones as well. Tribble, as far as I'm aware, isn't necessarily a product you log into, but it's a Chrome extension that then works in where you work. So that might be Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, kind of completing RFPs in G Suite. It then comes in and answers different questions within those documents for you. So that's Tribble. Yeah, they again still integrate with your knowledge base and support docs and those different informations, just like AutoRFP does, and pulls in different information to help answer that as well. Don't believe they have pricing on their website, but I'm sure there's more information here as well, so you can understand, get to know them better, and you, of course, can book a demo as well and chat to their team if you'd like to learn more. So that was our comprehensive list of best RFP software for 2025. So we've got your legacy players, like I mentioned, your Loopio, Responsive, Qvidian, and then you've got your AI-native players, or kind of like disruptors in the space, your AutoRFP, Hey Iris, Tribble, SiftHub, and so on. If you'd like to find out more about AutoRFP, obviously get in touch, or any other, you can obviously visit their website and book in for a demo. So that was the best RFP software for 2025.